Hello people from YouTube, Zadarkus here back with another episode of Bronze to Diamond, and in today's episode we will be talking about prioritizing objectives. The reason why I did this is because I see many people, even in higher elo, throwing games or just not knowing what objectives they should take when they have the opportunity to do so. And prioritizing objectives means exactly how it sounds, knowing how important each objective is and trying to get the objectives with the highest priority. For that, I build a pyramid going from the bottom with the lowest priority objective to the top, the highest priority objective. Following the priority pyramid is key to win games, and not following it's what in most cases ends up in a draw or unexpected loss in many cases. Even in games of mine, people just don't know what they should do or what objective is more important, ending up on losing opportunities along the game that lead to a negative outcome. But do not worry, today I will tell you how you should prioritize your objectives and improve your in-game performance. The lowest priority is the jungle camps. Of course, if you are playing jungle, it changes a little bit as you won't be farming minion waves, but it is still the lowest priority objective in the game. After that, we got the minion waves. As we all know, farming is key component of the game and you should try to get farmed as much as you can. But if you have to decide between farming or any other of the next objectives, you should remember that they are more important than minions. The next priority objectives are the red and the blue buffs. If you can get them over a minion wave or a jungle camp, do get them, as they are more important and have more impact in the game, since they will be helping you or the person getting them. The possible cooldown reduction and mana regen are key for fights and sustain tactics in the lane. The red will always help you on dealing extra damage and slowing the enemy, either in long-term fights or just ganks or trades. These effects make them important to have under your control rather than even losing them over the enemy counter jungle. Moving up, we got the outer turret, or also known as the first tier tower. This one is a game breaking objective you should get over all of the below objectives, even as a jungler. If you have a chance to get the enemy outer turret, get it and then go back and get your buff or your camp, since the map control and the team gold have far more impact in the game as your buff in the next 30 seconds. After the turret we got Dragon, or also known as Drake. Great resource of gold for all team and some experience. A lot of team fights happen there normally, so be prepared. But please don't stay in the lane trying to get the first tier tower if your team is ready to take Drake. Take Drake and the first tier tower after will come by itself. The next priority targets are the inner turrets, also known as the second tier towers. Now in this case you should get the tower over Drake, as these towers are far more important, leaving the enemy with only the inhibitor tower up defending their base and no tower protecting them once they leave it. So please remember, even if you can get Drake, a buff, other lane first tier tower or a bit of farm, always get the inner turret over them. Moving to the next priority, we got Baron Nashor, the king of trolls. You already know you should have your team always there. Vision control or the enemy team, or at least the jungler dead to do it. But again, if you get Baron for sure, ignore the objectives below, as the Baron buff on you will get them even more easily. And comparing Baron to Drake, well, we all know, let them have Drake, you don't care, you get Baron. After Baron we got the inhibitor turrets, also known as the third tier towers. These towers are key to lead you to your victory. If you can destroy this tower, don't lose the opportunity to do it by getting any of the objectives below. Even Baron, if you think of it. If the enemy team is doing Baron, but you can take the tower and the inhibitor with it, you are getting much more done. And even if they got the buff, you just have to let your lane push and wait for the buff to end. They will have to keep defending the lane anyway, so remember that getting the inhibitor tower is more important than Baron. Moving up, we got the Nexus turret, one of the most important objectives. If you can get the Nexus turret, get it. Don't go back to farm, don't get Dragon, don't risk a throw on Baron, get the Nexus open. These towers are the doors locking the path for your victory screen. Destroy them whenever you have a chance, unless you have a chance to do the second highest priority target, the inhibitor. This one is over all other objectives. Even if you could destroy the inhibitor tower, unless you are sure you can end the game, get all inhibitors you can. If you open 2 or the 3 lanes with inhibitors, the minions will end up winning the game for you. So please don't go for crazy rushes or useless barons when you can just get the inhibitors to end the game for you and not even having to move. Moving to the highest priority target, the Nexus. Of course you won't go farm, get buffs, Dragon Baron or another tower if you can just end it. No point on explaining this one. Now, with this pyramid, I hope you can focus on the objectives that matter and tell your teammates to do the same. It's a common mistake to misjudge. To misjudge the objectives and end up getting poor choice objectives when you could get another one with a bigger game impact. So please, for your own good, memorize these objectives and move towards better ends as I am here helping you do it. You know that my name has been Zadarkus. This was a Bronze to Diamond episode. If you like these types of videos, remember to subscribe as I will be uploading many more just as this series, and you got many more other guides in my channel. So feel free to subscribe, give it a like and a comment, and as always, be awesome, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.